All right, I've had a couple of questions about reading graphs of inequalities and just graphing the inequalities, so we'll take a look at a couple of practice questions. All right, we're given this graph above and we're asked to write out the inequality that it describes. So when we see the graph, it's really exactly the opposite of what we've done before. We're going to look at this point right in here, and that becomes our reference point, or I'm starting to see in the textbook someone talked about a boundary point. That is our boundary, right? That's the end point of our inequality, where things are going to start. The arrow is going to come from -2. So I'm going to write down -2 as my boundary or reference point. And now I'm going to look at this part here. So we have an equal sign. It's filled in. So there is going to be an equal sign to this. And all I have to do is describe these numbers that it's talking about. Now, again, we have a couple of things. Some of you may look at the numbers and see, well, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Those are all bigger than -2. So we can do greater than -2 and put my x. The other thing here, what's nice is you can decide where your x goes. So as long as you keep your x value on the left, then that symbol right out here will show you the symbol that is going to go in the middle. So I'm going to match up the symbol here with this symbol here. The only thing we had to add was the equals because it was filled in. So this is x is greater than or equal to -2. Here's another one. So I'm going to note the reference point. So I see my reference point here at 10. So I'm going to put in 10. There is no equal sign now. It's not filled in, so there's no equal sign. So I'm just going to take my symbol and put that in, and then add my x. This is x is less than 10. As long as your x is on the left, the symbol at the end of your arrow matches the symbol that you're going to put in here. One more. Here's what we were looking at yesterday where we had endpoints at both ends. Okay, we have something at both ends, so the boundaries at both ends. So we're going to start with those numbers again. So I'm going to have a -1, and I like putting that one over on the left, and we're going to put the 4 over here on the right. So just kind of transfer those straight down from where they are. I'm going to put my x in the middle. Now we just kind of look at, now we don't have symbols on our arrows, it's just everything that's in between. So it may be a little more by looking at what type of numbers we have. So 0, 1, and 2 are bigger than -1, and 1, 2, 3, those are less than 4. So let's go ahead and put those in. We want bigger than -1 and less than 4. What you will note is these two symbols here should look the same. They should be going in the same direction. Now we're not quite done here because our circles are actually filled in on both ends. We need to put equal signs into our symbols. So to describe this one, x is greater than or equal to -1, less than or equal to 4. And one more quick one. Let's just go the other way. Another reminder, if I have x is less than or equal to 5, what is that graph going to look like? So 5 is our boundary or reference point. So that's where we're going to start at 5. We do have an equal sign here, so I'm going to fill that in. And now I'm going to draw my arrow. As long as the x is on the left, that will match the tip of my arrow, showing us what direction, or what I've been showing in the videos, use a test point. Put any point in here for x, and that will tell you which way we're going to draw this. Let's test 1. If I put a 1 in here, I get 1 is less than or equal to 5. Well, that is right. 1 is less than or equal to 5. So I want to draw my arrow going over that 1. So I'm going to draw it that way. All right. Keep practicing, and please, when you have questions, send them in to me so that we do have all of this prepared for next year. All right.